Let me see if I can get this a little lighter. Actually, it don't even fucking matter. The bottom line is we are living in the midst of fuckery. Literal activities which are architectured to rebirth slavery atrocities without impediment. Now, that is not a blind statement. Even as I'm speaking, I'm receiving notification of storage limitation, and that itself is fuckery. I've lived long enough that I remember the beginning of Google, Facebook, of each and every internet site. I come from black and white time, where the TV had UHF and V. Mindful. This new shit has now become a hindrance to liberty. Blatant restrictions of freedom of speech. Now, not every opinion is agreed with by everyone. Howsoever, it is a right of us all to speak your truth, and the availability on these social media sites to include your thoughts and opinions are being restricted. The fuckery of it all is blatant disregard of law, of human rights, and as well the business decorum of which they agreed to when they began these social media sites. Let that be clear. Now, I don't like a lot of things people say. I don't agree with a lot of people's opinion. However, it's their right to have their opinion. And the social media network in totality is the forum of which we all should be unrestricted to input our thoughts, opinions, whatever they may be. The fact that I can turn on a device and Google will immediately pop up without my request, let that be known. The fact that despite having paid for the storage of my saved items. Currently, the fuckery of interrupting restrictions to my previously paid for and saved items are literally being inhibited, restricted, with the request to pay for more storage just to access previously paid for and saved images, content, memories, whatever you want to call it. That in itself is beyond disdainful and absolutely systematic fuckery. I tell you for sure. And I know that I'm not alone when I say these statements. I've seen and heard others comment about the same situation. It makes no goddamn sense. You know, first and foremost, land of liberty, home of the brave, is no longer near that anthem. In many ways, we can all see. In totality, whether you blind, crippled, nearby crazy, this is a realism overhaul of the fuckery in the mist. I don't care who you blame it on. It is what it is. Now here we go. Move. The fact that this shit is going on is outlandish, disdainful, disrespectful, annoying, and oftentimes angering. Like literally brings about the emotion of anger. You know, patience is a virtue. It's also a skill. And you can have patience. However, you can also be annoyed. You can also be angry. You can also become fatigued with the bullshit. It is what it is. However, I don't know what executive order can ever be signed that will decree it not legal nor human to be annoyed, angry, fatigued, and frustrated, and god dang gone full of the bullshit. It's just not available to not acknowledge what the fuck is going on. I don't care what your ethnicity is. the funds in your bank account, the region you live in, the fuckery is affecting each and every one of us. You may not feel it up close and personal at the current time. However, be mindful. This shit will affect each and every one of us. No matter your ethnicity, no matter the language you speak, no matter the rants you come on social media and input. Be mindful. The folks that are orchestrating the fuckery will not invite you to sit at their table. They will not include you on the golf course. They don't even regard you when they architect the fuckery, of which you will have repercussions. I just really, really would like for everyone, no matter your skin tone, no matter your ethnic community, no matter your illusion of inclusion, I would like for each and everyone to accept and acknowledge that reality. No matter your ranting in disregard or empathy, and I include myself, because they don't really give a fuck what I say. They don't give a little bit regard to my emotional input, nor circumstances of the fuckery which they put in place. And by every sight and audio that you have time to see and hear of these podium standing, blathering bigots, you are not included in their regard. If any rationality, you can conclude they don't give a fuck about you, your family, your eating, sleeping, talking at all. You are not a part of that demographic. Be mindful of that and recognize it is solid truth, my dear. Whether you got genitals that swing or a split in your anatomy, you are not a part of their conscious regard. Not even in a little bit of concern do they have. You would have to walk in their presence with sack loads of money, gold, or some kind of fundamental finance for them to even take a look at your ass. Do not confuse content with compensation. Do not confuse your alignment to the current occupant in the White House and his cohorts fuckery with grandeur. Because you're going to still be living where you live. You're going to still reap the consequences of all their fuckery. Let that shit sink in. If you have a child that is disabled, if you yourself are disabled, if you've served in the military forces previously or currently, you are on the short stack of shit in the midst of this fuckery going on. We all lose. We all lose. Whether you white, brown skinned, I don't give a fuck. If you live in a cul-de-sac or the projects, we all lose by the activities going on in the current era of this fuckery. And that is the truth, the solid truth, documented truth, historical truth. Today, yesterday, and Lord help the world, we are all scheduled to be in the midst of this fuckery for the next 3 years and 1 month. Because we can actually calculate, if you're paying attention, they done played the Medicare healthcare timeline to their benefit. They literally walked off the job. So your mindset of yuck puke thought that you were part of their community, get another fucking thought. Because you're not. You are not. Food stamp recipients are predominantly white. The reality is the first human traffickers were white. The first pandering of flesh were white. Criminality came from white people. Literally. Now you can pack your bullshit in the sack of yuck puke, whichever way you want. The truth is the truth. And it's solid forever. No matter how many lies you surround it with, as we are oftentimes in view of. You can put the blame where you want. The truth is still going to be the truth. The facts are still going to be the facts. Period. Have yourself a kindly existence. It, it's just so outlandish for anyone, and I mean of any skin tone, to believe that these fucking people care about you at all. Because they demonstrate, they give you evidence that they do not. They do not. Not even in the least of little bit. Shit. It's sad, but it is what it is. Disappointingly so. Now I want to know who actually feels that they are cared about. I'd like to know who actually cares to say what they feel. I mean, really. You people going along like it's okay to get along when the end result will not include you at the top of the bullshit. And it's just, my question is, what do you think? What makes you believe that you will be or are better off? It's just ridiculous. Yo. It's just ridiculous.